What's up, guys? I'm gonna give a few minutes for everybody to come in. Sorry, we're starting the press conference late. Didn't eat anything, so we came into this game without me eating. I think I'm gonna do that from now on because it looks like we get a win every time I don't eat anything. I'm just sitting there like, okay, let's get the game in. Things like this happen. So again, I'm gonna give it like a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start talking. And I'll start taking questions and stuff. All right. All right, let's get started. So we got the win today at home. This is our last home game of the season. Uh, you know, coming into this, we wasn't sure how it was going to go. We know that we got a forced win yesterday, I believe. Uh, but coming into this, we were like, you know what, we're not sure how it's going to go, and if it turns out to be a loss, turns out to be another loss of the season, which at this point it's not okay, and it's not something that we're looking forward to having or doing over a season. But the fact that it happened, or it tends to happen, it's getting to that point near the end of the season where your season could be a go like it could be a winning season or a bust. This season just happened to turn out not the way we expected. But the fact that we got the win today against, a very good team, um, it's a good one. Even if it is by 1 point, a win is still a win in my book. We go out there and we practice every week, and it just haven't been our best. Injuries, just the games not playing the way we want to play. Uh, you know, we had a slow start, and then our slow start just became a worse start, and then it just became just losses after a loss, and it was just like we don't know what to do. We came into this one with a brand new mindset, with a clear head. We was like, you know what, it's near the end. We're going to play this season out, and that's what we came here to do. But like I said, these guys were hungry. You know, they wanted to get their first one in. But they didn't get a chance to actually play their full game. So here we go this week, actually playing against the Rams at home. They said they all got in the locker room before the game. They said, you know what, enough is enough. We're losing at home too much. This was their last chance to get that fan support, and to actually back them up. And this is where they drew that line. They wanted to play hardball, and that's what happened. They played hardball today. They actually got a chance to make some plays in. Uh, we kept one of our full safeties out due to injury. But as you guys know, um, Amari Cooper had the same injury, and we put him in there today. We played him cautiously. We didn't play him fully, but we did play him cautiously. I wasn't going to put him in today, but he came to my office yesterday and he said, "You know what, Coach? I want to play. I want to play at home. This is the last two games of the season, and I'm not going to sit there on the bench due to his injury." I told him what the doctors said it was okay for him to play. We'll think it over. I thought it over. I put him back out there, and he showed up today. That's the type of that's the type of mentality we wanted in this season to begin with. You know, the next guy or the next man to come in, you know, and actually show their worth. And you know, he done it this season, but that's just the guy he is. You know, he gets hurt, he wants to come back out there. He doesn't want to sit on the bench, or he doesn't want to, you know, sit and not help out the team. And we had that instance where we had a lot of guys hurt this season. We had some important guys get hurt. We still have some guys that are important to this team, or that are just waiting or want to get out there with their team to support it and help it grow, are still hurt. You know, this has been a very rough season for us, and I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat it. It's been a very upsetting season, you know, because we came in here beginning of the season saying that, you know, we were going to go somewhere, we were going to go places, we were going to make it to the playoffs this season, we were going to make it to a wild card, you know, we were going to do things, but we never succeeded. Now we made it to a dressing board where, you know, everything changed. We have made it to a point where you're looking at a team that could be the team for next season. This team is the team that I was hoping to have in the beginning, and you know it just wasn't there. You know, we made wrong calls. We made wrong plays. The plays weren't being played out fully. You know, passes were being incompleted, fumbles, loss of downs, sacks, the line not protecting the QB, all those things. It showed a lot in the beginning of the season, but now towards the end, you're starting to see a whole different team, and this whole different team is a team that I was trying to get up to the point week 5, and you know I said it to them. This is where we wanted to be in week 5. This is where we wanted to be. We wanted to be exactly where we are right now. We wanted to be 2 wins into it, and maybe a few losses, you know, on the line, but to have a loss like this, you know, yeah, we're 2-12 right now. We're 2-12. You know, and most teams that have a rough season like we have, they don't make it out 2-12. So you know, the fact that we're already 2-12 in the season, it works out for us in the better end, and I'm happy for his team to get the win today. The one play that I thought we were going to miss for sure was the tip touchdown pass to Amari Cooper. It wasn't attendant to him, but you know, like I said, he wanted to be on that field today, and that shows it right there. He got out there, he saw the ball in the air, and instead of just letting it drop, you know, instead of letting the injury get to him, he pushed himself and kept going, grabbed that ball off the air like it was magic, and then he just kept going all the way down the road. Like I gotta give that guy props today. You know, he came out ready to play, and you know I was skeptical. I didn't want him to get hurt again. You know, the wide receiver coordinator didn't want him to get hurt again, but you know this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to go out there and actually show his worth. So that that was something. You know, plays like that, they make a game, make it, break it, and he definitely made the game a make. We got out there and we played some hard. We played a good game of football today, and you know I gotta say I don't think I even got any fouls towards us at all today. If we look at the stats, I don't think one penalty. No, we again. So again, this was a good game of football from our point of view. Yes, we lost some people. Yes, some people were not on the field today. But this was a next man mentality that we were looking for. You know, we knew that if something happened, the next man in that position is going to have to step up. He's going to have to come in and step up his game and play. You know, he's not going to have to sit there and just look at, you know, the game and sit there and say, oh, I can do this, I can do that. If you can do it, show me. That's what I told them in the beginning of the season. If you can do this, I want you to show me. And if you have the balls to show me, you better produce something, because seriously, I'm not going to sit here and let you play a full down or anything thinking that you're going to sit there and say, I can do this, and go out there and play some shit ass football like we've been having all season. No. And that was my frustration. This team, it's good on paper, and it's good on the field. You can look at the game footage. You can look at the broadcast. You can look at everything. You can tell that this team is a good team. The fact that we came together as what it is right now, we shouldn't be where we at right now. It should be more, but that's just a lack of confidence in playing. That's the mistakes that we made. That's the lack of confidence that we had in this team. The fact that we kept losing every game to like 61, 59, 48. It's just like, no, that's not us. This team can be confident. It can play. It can be tough. It can show its worth. It can be something, and that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be something. So today, they made me proud, to actually sit down there and sit there and say, I can make this call confidently with them making it, and they made it. So everything worked out, and had its worth today, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that we came out today and we won the game, even though it was by 1 point, and even though the season's almost over. A win is still a win in my book. Again, a win is still a win in my book, and I'm fine with that. But I'm happy that we came out, and the team, put their heads in straight. I was a little worried. I was a little worried in the third quarter, but they came back. They didn't want to let go. They didn't want to stop. They kept pushing. They kept fighting, and that's what I told them to do in the beginning of the season. I said, all you gotta do is keep pushing. When we came back after a bye week, I said, all you gotta do is keep pushing. You guys can do this. Y'all can win. There's a game. There's games that we're going to lose, but at the same time, we're losing to me. And I said, you know what? We need to start winning. We have to make this fan proud, because we're coming home and we're losing most of our games at home. And it's not by little points. It's all by 60, 61, 69 points. So the fact that we came in today and we actually made these fans proud of us by getting this win, that says something. And it really does say something. We came in not knowing what was going to happen today, and look what happened. We got the win. We played a good team today that could have beat us, but we got the win today. So that's all that works out in the end. Um, again, we're not. This is not over. We know we still got 2 more games left. Before the end of the season. I think it's two. Yeah, it's two, right? There's 2 more games left before the end of the season, and we know what we gotta do before we go into the off season, and we haven't decided on any contract extensions yet. I know you guys want to hear that. I know you guys are waiting to hear news of what's going on with that. We haven't decided yet. Um, we barely decided on what's going on. Due to what's going on right now with the coronavirus, we haven't really sat down and talked much about it. We've been sitting around this round table just making jokes about how this thing is just getting worse, and it's like, okay, well, we might have to cancel some things. So yeah, there's there's a bunch of talk about it. Definitely, especially in the office. But you know, we're gonna talk about all season and contract extension in 2 weeks at the end of the season. So week 17, be ready to hear some news about contract extensions and stuff like that. Uh, and in the off, well, during the playoffs and during like the postseason, we're going to take a huge hiatus from this, and we're going to come back during the off season. We're just going to take a break. I'm going to spend some time with family myself, so we're going to come back next. We're going to come back in the off season, and we're going to talk everything over. You know, we're going to sit down at the round table, and we're going to sit around and see who's staying, who's going, uh, draft, who's going, who we're going to pick in the draft, who looks good, uh, where our positions are needed. You know, all that is going to be talked about in the off season. Contract's going to be extended 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, week 17, and then at the end of everything else, we are going to go in here next season. Right now, these guys are hyped. They're ready for next season, and they know that they messed. They know they. I'm not even gonna say messed up. I'm gonna use the big boy word here. They know they fucked up. In the in the the beginning of the season there to now. They know they made mistakes. They know they fucked up big. They know they pissed off some fans because they've been getting some interesting tweets and stuff from the fans lately. So they know they fucked up big. They know they made some mistakes, and the fact that they came out here today and changed that, it shows that they know. So um, there's just more. There's just so much about this team. I do have to say one more thing. I do have to say one thing before we go on to questions, because I know everybody's going to ask about this. Is Matt Ryan coming back for another season? Because this is his second to last season. Next season he will be done with the contract. He will be playing his last season with us. Um, well, his last season on his contract with us. So a lot of everyone is probably wondering, will his contract be extended next season? Uh, you know, serious note, we did talk to Matt. It all depends on how next season goes. My answer as of right now, would be a no. We sat down with Matt and we said, you know what, you produce a hell of a games, for the last 2 seasons already. Uh, but this third season, and then what you did, and then everything, the fumbles, the interceptions, yeah, the passing and the completions and everything, they were all good, but when it comes down to fumbles, wrong reads, interceptions, forced passes being overthrown, or just not hitting the receiver. Um, that's a big key part in quarterbacking for us, because we look at that, and Matt knows that. He's been around with us for years, so Matt knows that. But the fact that it's been digressing more than progressing, uh, it's it's not working out for us. So Matt, right now, as of right now, it all things might change next season. All depends on if he wants to leave, because he did say he did say that there might be a chance of him retiring next season. So that's all up in the air right now. But as of right now, if you gave me that question and asked me, is he coming back next season, my answer would be no. It would be a straight no. It would just be like, I don't know. I don't think he is. Because this season was the make or break season for him. And with the fact of what we are and where we are right now, I don't see it happening. Um, you know, it's not that he's a bad guy. I love Matt. Matt knows that. We comes in every day. We go into practice. We talk. He pisses me off sometimes. I sit there and tell him, "You piss me off," but I still love you, brother. We talk, and at the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for the team, and he knows that. He knows that I gotta do what's best for the team. So if he's not producing, or he's not showing that he can actually, sit there and be a leader of this team and actually make the calls and the right plays and the right moments, instead of all the fumbles and misreads and stuff, then it's what it is. At the end of the day, it's what it is. So we're going to talk about it over the off season because that is a big thing in the air right now. There's a bunch of things. Contracts are just all piling on my desk right now, so we're going to go through things a lot slower and at a lot reasonable pace than we usually do. We usually go in and we usually go in and say we're going to keep this guy, we're going to keep that guy, we're going to keep that guy. We can't do that this season. We're at a cap lock where we might not have the cap room to actually keep everybody that we want to keep. So we're going to sit there and choose things carefully and decide who stays and who goes. It's going to be chosen by production. It's going to be if you produce this season, if you came out here and showed us that you can play and that you really want to be on this team and you really want to play, you're going to stay. But if you're not producing, if you're not showing your worth, if you're not helping the team, you're dragging it, you're keeping it down from doing anything or making the right choices, you gotta go. There has to be a loophole here, and this is the loophole. You have to go, or we have to, or you have to show me next season that you can actually do something, because I'm not going in. I'm not going in next season, you know, with this losing mentality where we come in and we lose every game of the season. I'm not doing that next season. Next season, we're not doing that. We're going to be losing some games. I know that. But we are going to be winning some games too. Like I said, this season did not go the way we expected it to go. But the fact that it going this way, yes, I am pissed, but we got 2 wins so far. So the wins are a key part in, us growing next season. So right now, I'm looking at next season. I'm not even looking at the last 2 week games of the season. I'm looking at next season, and I'm looking at what we can do to better ourselves next season to get ourselves in that winning predicament and to get ourselves where we want to be, which is playoff bound and playoff or wild card bound. That's where we really want to be. We don't want to be here. You know, we don't want to end our season at an early start in week 17. We don't want to do that. Or we don't want to end our season, after the bye week in week 10. We want to progress our season. We want to change. We want to get some wins in. We want to win those important games in our division, in our conference, so we can, be in that predicament we want to be, where we're either wild card base or officially playoff bound. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. We don't want to be here, sitting here thinking about next season. I told them that. They know that, and they have the same idea. They don't want to be here. You know, I just talked to Amari Cooper. He sat there and said, "I don't want to be here, but we're here." And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And he's like, "He'll do better next year." I'm like, do better next year. You already did all right, but he that's the thing. He knows he made some mistakes here and there, but that's the thing. He's making up for it. He coming in and he's actually playing. So I'm actually happy for him. I'm really happy for him. Uh, but we're gonna end it. But before we go, I want to take any questions from you guys. So axe away, axe away. I'll go for a few minutes. And if you guys don't catch me now, uh, if I missed a question or something, you are always happy to DM or message me, and we'll I'll answer those questions. So we'll let that go for a few more minutes for anybody to ask their questions, and we'll keep moving. All right, guys. Well, again, if you guys got any questions or anything, let me know in my DMs, or also always just message me, or even write it on this post. Ask away your questions. I'll answer them the best I can, or I'll just I'll always answer them. But we're gonna go. Thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you guys next week and the week after for the last two games of our season. All right, guys. Peace.